Why, hello there, fellow explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 4, Finding a Megastructure. Not my best fight, but hey, a win's a win. And we got another farmland location out of that. Which is where? Okay. I'm going to check out this farmland too. Just because I know that I want to start colonizing. We're nearly at a mill. And maybe I can find a gate. Oh no, I've actually been to this system. This is the jungle world from before. So it has a pre-collapse facility and is super well guarded. Not all that surprising. And then the other world here is not hot, 0 atmo. I'll survey it, and it's not very good for mining. Okay. There is an active gate nearby, so we'll go to the gate, head back to the core. It's good to note that this jungle world is, it's not likely going to be worth colonizing, and then, of course, because of the pre-collapse facility, I mean, it depends on whether we want to build up research points per month. Because I have room for all the stuff that I left before. Grab it all. And that was my only accepted quest, yeah. Derelict ship to the east for Tritech. I'll consider it. Not going to jump on it just yet. Want to cluster them together a bit more. I could also restore my ship at this point. I do have the money for it, and I don't see getting rid of my ship anytime soon, so maybe I'll do that. Didn't need that many supplies. We also need to get to a Lud world. I haven't forgotten. So, restoring the ship. Sure. So, we got rid of our demods, and it's going to be a better ship as a result. I don't have the restoring demod automatically yet. So, what... We'll head over to the Lud capital. Drop these guys off. What the hell? I wasn't about to attack you. You're like a fairy. High level of paranoia from the academy there. Oh, there is a gate here to activate. So yeah, I'd be able to get hull restoration in one more level or if I respect. But given that money is really not a constraint, I'll just throw money at it for now. So that the ship performs a little bit better. That way I can't blame the demods for my own destruction. So question. Should I prioritize paid missions or survey for colonies? What do you think is more important? We do have... Alright, so shuttle the rescued Luds down. Got some experience. Improved my ramp. I didn't really do it out of the goodness of my heart. It was more that if that planet was worth colonizing, I wanted it for myself. I wanted them off. Kinda selfish, but, you know, that'd be the truth. looks to me like people want to see me survey for colony prospects. So I am going to change gears here. I know I didn't leave that up very long. But it's pretty reasonable, given my net worth, that trying to find a place to set down roots would be ideal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search pattern where I search the closest constellations around the core, because the closer you are to the core, the better the trade potential. And also just the fuel cost to get back to core. And then increase the search radius outwards. I'm also going to get eyes on these planets, so that if there's ruins in the lake, I'm also doing a slightly more complete survey, where every world that has ruins will be fully surveyed, and all the other worlds will be at least partially surveyed, so that I don't feel the need to have to return to these systems for future data. Unless they're, like, chock full of stuff. I don't want that fight. Yeah, there's not a lot of paid missions being offered right now. It's also partially just I'm not hanging out in the core worlds long enough for them to be trickling in. So some of that is just my impatience, some of that is just chance or luck. I could also start tapping comms and things like that. Like, there's way to get more paid mission offerings. I just haven't been doing that. That's our marker. Man, I thought I was within this magnetic field when I sensor burst, but apparently not. Alright, so survey it is. Thank you for voting. And maybe I won't leave it up to total chance. I'll, once I'm done with this constellation, I'll have you guys pick the next one. Maybe you guys will choose smarter than I. Yeah, there's nothing here. So, constellations. We have got... Grenz? Asmida? New Marmara? Shion? Kerchekwari? Etcherd? Oh my god, these names. Actually, I'll do the Para-Tartarus next, and Despair. So, I have no information about what might be in store here, but, like, your guess was as good as mine, so I might as well leave it up to you guys. So, wherever you want to go, I'll go. And as far as gates go, I don't have gates in any immediately adjacent other than an Etcherd. I do have a gate in Etcherd, and that's it. Because it is possible to deploy your own gates, but obviously having a gate in the system that you colonize is like a huge boon. Which would be awesome, but it's not make or break, because I could always just go to the effort of deploying the gate myself. I'm not against that. Because the game does... Ooh, hello, planet. The game does allow you to deploy one gate. A lot of organics on these planets, with not much else. And these systems really haven't had probes or anything. Not the last few. They've been pretty devoid. Just to reiterate, what I'm really looking for is one world that can act as a breadbasket, and another world that can act as a hot military world. If there's other worlds besides that, that's great, but that would be like the bare minimum for consideration, in my opinion. And ideally having both things in one system so that the military world guards the breadbasket world. Ashes of the Domain mod puts a big emphasis on the industrial production being the driver of an economy over pure credits. So highly rich, like rich worlds that are rich of natural resources are even stronger in this mod set than in vanilla Starsector, in other words. So it's absolutely worth trying to find worlds that can be exploited well. I'm not going to necessarily say min-maxed, but something like min-maxed. Looks like new Marmara is going to be our next destination. I also probably want to swing by the core worlds to refuel, because my fuel is kind of low. And let's hope you guys were right about where to go. Because I have only found one, like, decently habitable world so far. I mean, that jungle world would be a really good breadbasket world, it just doesn't have other worlds in it. In the past, I've kind of left it up to chat to decide where I ultimately colonize, and I don't think I'm going to do it this time. Basically, as soon as I find something that is, like, reasonably good, I'm just going to jump on it. Because you could be waiting forever to try to find, like, something ideal, and it might not even exist in your galaxy's seed. So I don't want to be, you know, in colonization limbo forever. I just want to pull the trigger on something. Let's take this fight. It's going to be a little bit more challenging. Hopefully I won't potato. But this is the first fight since I actually fixed the ship up, right? So maybe it'll be a bit different with our... What demods did I had? I had, I don't even recall. Inefficient fuel and poor haul or something? Yeah, I definitely had bad haul. I forget the other one. Might have been bad power or flux or something. Don't hide behind your dead friend. Oh, now you're hiding behind my... So these are the little pickets that I have a real hard time aiming at because of my low maneuverability. Luckily, I'm not alone. Having a monitor and an omen help me is makes things easier. Come on, point defense. Thank you. Another gamma core. Some experience. Some salvage. Yeah, I live with that. Okay, as I said, we're headed back to core. I think probably the fastest way there is to go slow mode, manual. Top up my fuel, which means if we're getting fuel, I'll go to Asconia. And then go to New Marmara and see about a colony. So if you have any questions about colony factors, feel free to ask. But I'm taking, like, all of the factors in consideration, and ultimately, good enough is good enough. You know, where if I could do some basic farming, and the reason to do farming, breadbasket, is colonies for often when you're in hostilities, you'll get it will result in you becoming maybe blockaded, or trade will get cut off or something like that. And when that happens, the more self-reliant you are, and the more that you can supply your colonies with like food and fuel and ore in-house, and the less reliant you are with trade partners, the more resilient you'll end up being as a result. So I'm hoping to find solar systems that can be colonized for resiliency, so that I'm not at the mercy of trade with other factions if they turn on me or whatever. There's a lot of... So there's 2 missions up in Gleam for derelict ships. I don't have any gates near there, though. And there's an orbital habitat, but nothing that I see in New Marmara. I was hoping that I could 2 bird 1 stone, take missions out that way, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Another tack lance and high intensity laser if I wanted it. I don't have anything to put the tack lance on, so I'm gonna not bother, but... We're up to about 1k fuel. I wanted to keep buying illegal fuel, so I'm gonna go to the capital, because they should have a lot of illegal fuel to buy. Hopefully. Was I right? Oh, yes, I was right. I filled my tanks. I'm also going to hire on a few more crew, because some of the most populous gas giants require in the order of like 500-600 to be able to survey, even with surveying equipment. So that will allow me to survey a wider range of stuff. It's expensive, of course, to pay that crew, but I think ultimately it will be worth it. Alright, so we're good to go to Marmara. Yeah, scan me. That's fine. So it's 2 blue giants, an orange star, and a red star. Not super likely to have habitable planets. Habitable planets are more in the yellow range. But you never know. It's possible to get nice worlds in a supergiant. I could also try to figure out where the hypershunts are. The coronal taps for the huge industrial bonus. But without spoiling too much of what Ashes of the Domain does, the value of the shunt is lessened because of all the other bonuses that you can get from this mod set. Alright, definitely turn my my transponder off. I don't need the remnants tracking me easy. This is a lightly patrolled remnant world. I don't see that there's anything of points of interest around the blue giant. And then these planets look pretty boring. Yeah, there's nothing here. Sorry, Ball. You might have been a very scary gold, but you're a pretty boring planet. There's nothing here. Oh, but hostiles. Oh boy. Pirate haven. So there must be a pirate base somewhere around Atasaya or whatever it's called. Because I hopped in and immediately was swarmed by pirate fleets. Fun stuff. Alright, let's get out of here. There's nothing here for me. Nothing but pointless violence. Where to next? Because I'm already 3/4 done. I actually just realized that Xion shouldn't be on that list either because I've already surveyed everything at Xi'an. So let me take that, update that list. So we have Grenz, Asmida, Urchid, Kerchawari, Despair, and there doesn't seem to be planets here at Morga either. Just ruins. A buffalo with a lieutenant in it. And the lieutenant's sitting on quite a lot of food, too. I'm not looking for captains yet. Unless they are higher than level 5, so they're fired. There's one left. Okay, it's Remnant. No, I'm not spotting, there's nothing really habitable here. Now the question is there a Remnant Nexus here? I didn't see a big warning beacon, so I'm thinking no. Because it wasn't a red beacon world, where the Nexuses manufacture remnants, making them particularly dangerous systems to be in. There wasn't any ping around the blue giant, so I don't think there's a tap there. Oh, there's ruins here. What is going on with this planet? That's very different, isn't it? Very different. That is a megastructure. Found. Nida Velir Complex. Former domain gem, this megastructure is capable of producing ships and weapons at scale, never seen in the Persean sector. Rich rare, and rich ore, and vast ruins. Despite the fact that it is a volcanic world, it is a class 5 because of the bonus of this construction complex. In the ruins, we've got low-tech blueprints for pretty good ships. Dominator, Mora, I like them. Adaptive phase coils for phase ships. We've got Squall, which is not bad. Paladin, high-intensity lasers. Honestly, not a terrible world there. Truly. There's just happens to be no real breadbasket worlds in this system, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that was a super a mining industrial shipbuilding world, like an orbital works world. So you could probably build hella fleets from that thing. The problem is being able to feed your citizens, because in this system there's no farming as far as I could tell. There are ruins on this gas giant, interestingly, with a pirate blueprint for pirate mules, which is really useful. Afflictors. Not bad. And ruins here too. Lots of volatiles on here. It'd be a good fuel world. Lots of heavy machinery. And another gamma core, which I could turn over. Not bad at all. Did you guys vote for level up? Or no, I must have just recently leveled up or something. Okay. So I'm going to go to Kerchawari next. Because that was the last point of interest to Brax. So Kerchawari is down here. Yakum we've already been to, because it had that water world that we surveyed. There's not much else to go at Yakum. So we'll head beyond Yakum to Gamma Kerchawari and check that out. And then you guys can decide what I level up in. So for combat, I'd probably do Helm and shit. For leadership, God knows what. For technology, probably energy weapon mastery to get longer range for the tack lance. And then for industry, I probably make ship equipment. But I would respec if I did in fact colonize for industrial planning. If I end up finding a colony target. Big if. Ooh, hello. Just Dominator sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm curious how far along I am with topography. Let's see, major events. I have passed the slipstream detection, but I'm not that close to reverse polarity. I have not been focusing on it much, so I could be doing a bigger, better job of scanning high priority targets, just working on other things. Well, this system's boring. And there's a neutron star, so it makes it horrible to colonize. I don't think I'd ever consider colonizing a neutron star system, because I just don't like getting blasted to the face every 10 seconds. I could scan the neutron star for, you know... Oh, here's a trinary system for topography data, but again, not bothering too much. Nothing colonizable, nothing habitable here. But we found the hypershunt, one of two. In a trinary system. Man, if only there was like solar panels as an industry that you could put in, because the amount of solar power potential on a system like this is immense. You've got a trinary system with a hypershunt. So you guys want me to invest in industry? Copy that. I will do makeshift equipment for now, and then retool if I end up colonizing something. So if I am to try to colonize, ideally, anything within 10 light years. So that would be everything Epsilon Urchid Bogothros to the east, all of Huma to the west, sorry, all of Huma to the east, and Cadiz to the south would fall underneath this hypershunt. So for those that don't know, the hypershunt, if tapped, if the defenders, which honestly are very, very dangerous, but if the defenders are defeated and the thing is tapped and activated, it allows every colony within 10 light years to have an extra industry within the sphere of influence of the shunt. Which means that anything within 10 light years gets bonus industry, which is a huge boon. So if I could find good colonies around Zeta Kerchekwari, in the long run, it would be a really powerful bonus. So I think what I'll do is I am going to check around this this shunt so that I can try to find a way to profit off of that discovery. Oh, a desert world with desert world, and a volcanic world. There's potential here. If any of those desert worlds have like decent enough farmland or something. So this has ruins, but no farmland. It's just desert. And I do have remote survey as a result of picking up the new talent. And these worlds are not all that, they don't really have resources. That's not all that surprising. Yeah, found nothing of interest. You don't say. There was something on the ping scans here. Oh, a supply cache. With a lasher. I don't want it, but I'll take the supplies. My actual supplies are rather low. I maybe in hindsight should have bought what I was offered, because I'm going to have to make a pit stop back to the core at some point. There's nothing here. No gravity wells, so there's like no points of interest. Let's hope there isn't a tap at this blue giant. If they overlap with their sphere of influences, the chances of us being able to take advantage of it is rather low. So it is a remnant-controlled area in a radiated world. Oh, come on. I was inside the mag field. I was like 1 inch away from the mag field. I didn't see any pings for anything around this gas giant, or this blue giant, I mean. Doesn't look like there's any planets here either. These systems have been pretty tame. Deserts with no farmland and red dwarves. I mean, there's at least planets here, but red dwarves with like no planets. A desert world and a rocky metallic. Ruins of the desert. It's like nothing in the ruins. And ruins at Chew. Oh, well, this at least has the autonomous mantle bore. So, if the planet does not have extreme weather and is not a gas giant, it can significantly increase ore, transplutonic ore, and organic mining, which is a huge boon for worlds where you intend to mine. Very, very good find. I'm full, so I'm going to head back to Samara, which is really not that far away, buy some supplies, dump all of the black market stuff that I can sell, and then get back to it. So, I'm going to update the priority to specifically call out, I'm going to be colonizing, or surveying around Zeta Kirch. Because that's where the tap is. Alright, that looks about right. That's a good chunk of money. I'm just gonna open market the supplies so I don't have to go, like, shopping around for too long for it. And let's check out Sphinx and then get back to it. Uh, 500 supply? Yeah, let's go up to 700. And also sell the food. Okay, we're good to go. They're gonna scan me. It's fine. I keep hoping that someone's gonna offer a mission somewhere where I want to be, but that just has not been the case. So I have not been paid for this survey. But you guys did vote that I should survey over getting paid, and that's totally agreeable. I just haven't had a whole lot of luck so far. Sweet. Really nice to find a fullerene spool, which increases the accessibility of the port, which means better trade. Research station, awesome. Information about the weapon cache location. We also have a Atlas Super Freighter movement, a equal class Hydra. I don't really care about Hydras. We already have this midline. Shield conversion front. Recovery shuttles for carriers. Nav relay for extended shields. Gamma core. And more fuel than I can even... Oh, God. No, don't throw me into the sun. Frickin' neutron stars. I'ma scan you so hard. Binary and neutron. So 45 topography. All at the cost of being thrown into the red dwarf there. So thank you, neutron. We've already been to this neutron star, and there wasn't any planets there, and we already have the gate active. So this is the furthest from Zeta Kerch that would benefit. With that said, I'm still going to hit the last spot, too. You never know if you're going to find Goldilocks worlds. Definitely not here, though. Barren, barren, barren desert. Yeah, colonizing a neutron star would be like a meme challenge. The other thing is, like, most planets inside a neutron star system aren't habitable because, like, being blasted by radiation would make it non-habitable. So I think the chance to find habitable worlds on those are very, very low. And the likelihood that they do have habitable worlds is if it's like two stars really far away from one another, where the habitable world is not within the sphere of, the immediate sphere of influence of the neutron star. Because I think I have seen like pseudo-habitable worlds near a neutron star, but not close. Because if you're close, you're just gonna get your atmosphere crap blasted by the star. Now, it can be beneficial if you, like, tool up your fleets to be really neutron star resistant, and then you, like, bait enemy fleets into the neutron star and have them get their combat readiness, like, destroyed or whatever. I would never do it. It's way more effort than it's worth. But, like, I can see it being hypothetically weaponized against AI fleets. The problem is, it's not just the AI hostile fleets that would get messed with, it is the AI trade fleets. So if you ever had if you're ever looking in sector, any trade caravan coming to your planet would also equally get, like, destroyed, which would not be so good. Alright, this system is as boring as all the rest. If we take a look at all of the planets that I've discovered so far and sort them by hazard rating, that is not inhabited? Wow. We don't even have any 5s that are near the hazard rating list. I mean, there's the jungle, but that's this is the, if I'm not mistaken, the pre-collapse. Yeah, this is the pre-collapse system that we wouldn't be able to colonize anyway because it's guarded by an Ordo. And then everywhere else is kind of crummy, to be honest. So yeah, it's not that we're too choosy, we've just been finding trash. So I hope our luck changes. I'll try Katie's, Pisces, and Huma next. I'll just sort of run counterclockwise around Zeta Kerch in hopes of finding something worthy of our seed money. And we are just about one more, like, mag field and we'll have reverse polarity, so we'll be able to slipstream backwards or forwards, which is really nice. Doubling our chance to find useful slipstreams. Ooh, another neutron. I wasn't paying attention. There's a bunch of derelict ships up here, I think. This, or debris field. Debris field. Well, we got reverse polarity. I'm gonna remove distress call and put reverse polarity on my bar, and then I'll put distress call on the second bar. Ooh, a research station. That makes this worth it. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilots.